Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I didn't I didn't see you there with my busy lifestyle and being distracted by important and new things, especially my very first and brand new gaming chair. I didn't see you there. Hi everyone. So, yes, I got a new out with the old, in with the new, nice, comfortable gaming chair. And just showing that off a bit, but if you guys are here, I might as well entertain you a little bit. So, what better to do than a reaction video? Staying in the long line of tradition with my current Final Fantasy trajectory, I have done Shadowbringers, I did A Realm Reborn, and the next up in the lineup would be Heavensward. So yes, I'm going to be reacting to Heavensward. Genuinely, I'm not even joking. No cap. What is my hair doing? Um, no cap. I think that's what people are saying now. I don't know what that even means. I'm not wearing a hat. But I don't think I have really ever seen the entirety of the Heavensward trailer. And if I have, it has been so incredibly long to the point where, yeah, I could have just been Men in Black. Like, I've lost all memory of it. So this will be rather exciting for me. And I just now looked at the date in which it was released, April 11th. And that is a day before my birthday, 2015. I was turning 14. So, everyone, let's get on over to the video. I'll watch it through, try to keep my talking to a minimum, but I have ADD where I cannot shut the fuck up. So let's watch. Okay, we are here on the official YouTube channel, and let's watch. I'm kind of excited.
Peggy 16.
Contains scenes from the final moments of the Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn main story scenario. What? I actually have not finished it. Spoiling it for the content. Do it for the views. Okay, well, I'm very close. I'm level 47, but I'm still a little bit behind in the story, but it's been a while. It's my fault. Should have caught up. Eorzea, a land embraced by gods, delivered from destruction by the warriors of light. However, oh wait, I should do narrate. However, fate has cast down these heroes, and their light now threatens to fade. Oh god. Music is much more distorted. It's poison, don't do it! I don't know. It probably is. Oh, the Lollapalooza is very cute. I forgot it was poison. Oh, I know him. I really don't know what's happening. But it's all very thrilling. Like, gotta say, people talk about carrying around a big ass. Try carrying around a big axe A lot of back pain. Oh. A dragoon. Jump! Do a flip! Do they often have projectiles? That seemed like a... Or maybe it was just... and ricochet. Very medieval vibes. It's almost like I'm watching a Dark Souls trailer. With all the snow, I was expecting someone to start singing. Let it go, let it go. Okay, I'm not gonna... Copyright. Brighter days. Beautiful architecture. Beautiful walls. Beautiful plain. Floating rocks. More planes and blimps, I should say. Thancred? Is that Thancred? I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember all the characters' names. Oh no, he's imprisoned. I don't know who this person is. Good action. Good action. The return of the dragoon. Save us. Jump to action. Oh, it's a whole fleet of dragoons. They're like, we all RSVP'd to the party. Yes, Heavensward. Okay. Let's talk about it. It's on a loop. Great. Wonderful. Let's talk. Let's discuss. First impressions, not the strongest trailer. I know. Am I controversial in saying that? Was that controversial yet brave? Okay, let's break it down. I have a couple different categories that I typically like go off of trailers. Visual presentation, that's including the graphics, music, narrative, and like overall story that I get from it. I, of course, have not finished, so I could be at a bit of a deficit. However, I guess I'm going to talk about the story first. I don't have knowledge about the final moments of Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. I'm getting there. I'm getting closer. However, with the other trailers that I've watched, like Shadowbringers, and I've seen Stormblood before, but it's been a while, I got more of a solid narrative. Like, I didn't need to understand what was going on in the game to at least convince myself that I knew what was kind of happening. And in the most basic sense, you get that from here a little bit because you have the seemingly present conflict of flying dragon creatures and the dragoons fighting each other. But there was no narration, which is very useful. Not every trailer has to have narration. But this just seemed so heavily reliant on you playing the entirety of Heavensward. And does that make that an effective trailer? Absolutely, for people who have the knowledge. But coming from my end, I recognize some of these characters. I recognize the places, though I don't have the entire knowledge. So for there, I'm at a deficit. That could be my fault. Is it mass marketable to everyone? Maybe not for the narrative, but jumping to the next category, presentation. Graphically, smooth. There were a couple times where the main character looked a little weird, like polygon visually. Like here, he's a little bit blurred, but then in other shots, he's a bit more crisp. It looks like variations in art style or how they filtered it, whatever. Or whoever actually designed it. but visually still impressive. Not super colorful. However, as I said before, it felt like I was watching Dark Souls-esque thing, or maybe Bloodborne, where there is color, like the fire. It's really prominent and it pops to life. And that high contrast is really cool, especially with this fire. And then we have the Dragoon coming in here in a second. And then later on, there's the shot of like a blue thing in the background. I have no idea what that is. Absolutely none. Absolutely none love. But it looked cool. Music. I really... I'm getting more and more used to the Final Fantasy music and the Final Fantasy soundtrack. But I liked how in the beginning the vocals they seemed distorted, kind of stereo glitchy, crispy, crackly, snap, crackle, pop. I thought that was cool. It was a nice touch, and then it eventually progressed to be a bit more clear when there was actually like conflict. Any other categories that I was missing? Action, overall story. I thought it was a pretty good trailer, though I wasn't necessarily wowed at any moment. I wasn't like, oh my god, other than when I called the Lalafell dying from being poisoned. But other than that, it's very visually impressive. It looks really visually pleasing with all the floating rocks where there's like ruins and cities and towns on it, and the snow. These are some nice touches, but it definitely... I felt like it might not have lacked something. It just didn't hit as strongly as the other trailers that have come with Final Fantasy XIV. Like with The Realm Reborn, it was like so consistently and so narratively like easy to follow. This one was a little bit more difficult, but it got the general sense. So that was my impressions of Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward trailer, how I reacted to it, not necessarily knowing all of the story, but knowing a little bit of it, and being like a new fan to the Final Fantasy XIV series. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video, like to comment below your thoughts about Heavensward, how it places in the hierarchy of all of the trailers. I'd love to know your thoughts. And then if you'd like to help support me on Patreon, the link is down below, and all my others. I'm on Fiverr too if you want a voiceover or whatever. You can plug that a little bit. But thank you everyone, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.